What's going on, everybody? Alex here from the Footballguys, here to talk about 3 running backs that you must draft. Before we get into this, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, turn those bell notifications on for new great Footballguys content coming out each and every single day. Like I said, 3 running backs that you need to be getting in all of your fantasy football drafts. That starts with Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley's been on pace for 50 catches in every single season, and he's one of 3 running backs that fits the running back 1 overall formula this year. Each of the last 9 running back 1 overall players were all 25 years old or younger. Saquon will be 25 years old this season. 8 out of the last 9 running backs to be the running back 1 overall were drafted inside the top 12. Saquon fits that, and the running back 1 has not been repeated since 2007. So if you put all those things together, there's only 3 running backs left that could be the running back 1 overall this year. That is Najee Harris, DeAndre Swift, and Saquon Barkley. Barkley as a player also has the pass game usage. They said they want to use him all over the field. He's been lining up everywhere in camp so far. And I know that, Brian Daboll came from this offense in the Bills that, passes so much and they barely run the ball. But, Devin Singletary and Zach Moss combined were 6th in the NFL in rush yards last year. They were 6th among all teams in rush yards, the Bills were. And that's what Saquon Barkley could be this year. They also have the fact that Saquon Barkley was already a running back 1 overall in fantasy. They have a much better offensive line, and they invested some heavy draft capital into that. So Saquon Barkley has the best offensive line of his career, the best coaches of his career. He's already finished the running back 1 overall, and he fits this mold for the guy that can be the running back 1 overall. So why are we drafting him so late? Just because of injuries? Because he stepped on someone's foot last year and had an ankle injury that was bad luck? No. Keep drafting Saquon. Another guy that you should be drafting is DeAndre Swift. He also fits that running back 1 overall formula. Last year he was 8th in snap share, 3rd in target share among all running backs. He was already a top 5 running back before getting hurt. He was 2nd in yards created per touch. He was 12th in weighted opportunities, which is carries plus targets, but targets are worth more. While missing 4 games, and he was still 12th. He was tied for the most targets per game in the NFL with Leonard Fournette, and he was already 8th in fantasy points per game. He was also one of 7 running backs to be given a 6.7 or higher Lance Zierlein grade, and of those other 6 running backs that got that 6.7 or higher grade pre-draft, the other 6 running backs all hit a top 6 season by their 3rd season. Oh wait, and DeAndre Swift is heading into his 3rd season, so he should get it. He was going to get it last year before he got hurt. Why wouldn't it happen this year with an even better team, a better offensive line? I know they drafted Jameson Williams, but we won't see him for a while. Swift is going to be in the exact same role with potentially even more snaps than last year. I know people are screaming about Javonte Williams, but Swift averaged 8th in snap share. Running backs just aren't on the field for 90+% of the snaps anymore. It just does not happen. Swift is a guy that you absolutely need to be going for in your drafts. And the last guy that we're talking about today as a must draft is another pass-catching running back in a bad offense that people are fading way too much, and it's Travis Etienne. Among college running backs that had 2.0 yards per route run and 10% of their team targets, there's only 6 running backs to ever do it. Alvin Kamara, Joe Mixon, Jonathan Taylor, Saquon Barkley, and Kenneth Gainwell. And Travis Etienne, elite company outside of Kenneth Gainwell, who's still going into his 2nd year. But when anyone is in a list with Alvin Kamara, Joe Mixon, Jonathan Taylor, and Saquon Barkley, that's amazing. The Jaguars already said that Travis Etienne is going to be used all over the field, but let's look at historical precedent as well. Since 2014, Next Gen Stats has charted running back grades, and 12 of these running backs have gotten a 90+ elite grade. The 10 running backs who have played an NFL snap have all had a top 12 season. I said 10 out of the 12 because there's 2 running backs that haven't played in the NFL, Travis Etienne and Breece Hall. The other 10 running backs have all hit a top 12 season, and 6 of them got a 99 overall elite grade. Breece Hall, Travis Etienne, Najee Harris, Nick Chubb, Saquon Barkley, Melvin Gordon. Najee, Barkley, and Melvin Gordon all hit a top 5 season. The only running back who's played in the NFL that has not hit a top 5 season out of these players that had a 99 grade was Nick Chubb, who has had not 1, but 2 top 12 seasons, and he's great every year. These are the only players in this list. Travis Etienne is among the most talented running backs that you will get. I know he's coming off a foot injury, but he's looked completely healthy, and he is a guy that you need to be drafting this year. So don't forget to subscribe, hit those bell notifications, and draft all these running backs because they are amazing.